Hi everybody, Carmen here with the Molitor team at REMAX Properties and DJ Leger with Air Conditioning Plus.
Hi.
He is the furnace go-to guy for me, my family, our team. He is the owner of Air Conditioning Plus. DJ, how long have we known each other? Gosh, since 2003?
Yeah, quite a while.
Quite a while. And he's been doing my furnace ever since, every year. So we are here today because the weather's starting to turn cold and we are going to be doing a preparing your home for winter seminar, and we want to include one of the most important pieces of that, which is advice from the expert on cleaning and servicing your furnace and making sure it's ready for those colder months so that we don't have a bigger problem should the furnace decide to not work properly. So DJ is going to walk us through his recommendations and show us a couple of things, so I'll just turn it over to DJ, who is our HVAC professional. What does HVAC stand for?
HVAC stands for heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. The things that many of us have in our house. Probably the single biggest thing we see when we go out to customers' properties is dirty or plugged air filters. You'd be amazed at the amount of service calls that cost clients.
Well, it is dusty here and we love our animals too, so the combination makes it kind of tough.
A simple filter, they can pick these up at Target, Walmart, King Soopers. It doesn't have to be super expensive, but regularly replace the air filter. That saves the life of the equipment and it saves a lot of money on the utility bills.
When you say regularly, how often?
Well, the industry says replace them every month. Realistically, most of us have smartphones, computer or something. Put a reminder in there. Go every month and a half, no more than 3 months, and replace this air filter. Again, depending, do you have children? Do you have pets? Do you have, other things that would help the environment? That the filter would need to clean up a little more air. So.
And how about those really fancy, just wash the filters? How do you feel about those versus the cheaper ones that you just replace?
Most of those cause equipment issues simply because we're at such a high altitude, our air is less dense, and it causes the air conditioners to ice up and sometimes causes the furnaces to overheat. We do sell a better line of electronic air cleaners that can purify the air if a customer was to have issues with allergies or some breathing or medical conditions. But for those of us that don't, then just a normal replacement air filter, something in the $7-8 range, generally does a very good job. And
you can get those at your local grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of nice. Just put it on the list.
And when you're there, pick up 2 so you got a spare.
Good idea. So good advice.
Right.
Yeah.
The other thing to help clients save nuisance from service calls is at this time of the year, October, we're normally reminded, hey, let's change the batteries in the smoke detectors. At the same time, if you have batteries in your thermostats, change those. Inevitably, December, you're getting ready for the holidays, we get a service call, furnace isn't running, we run out there, a lot of times it's overtime, and the batteries are dead in the stat. So save yourself a little bit of trouble just by replacing the batteries in the stat.
That's a reminder about changing your filter.
That's what that was, yeah. As well as smoke alarm batteries and carbon monoxide detector batteries.
Awesome.
Cleaning the furnace is not the only thing we do. When we're at the customer's house, we're checking for carbon monoxide. We're checking the temperature rise of the furnace to make sure it's in the right range. We're also checking for natural gas leaks. We're actually checking the safety aspects of the furnace other than just taking a vacuum cleaner and running it. Yeah. We don't want nobody to wake up dead,
Yeah, so that would be a bad day.
Yeah.
Well, so I don't think I say this enough, but your furnace, your water heater, your fireplace, and other things in your home, appliances, are just like a car, and we take time to take our car in for an oil change, and they check the air filter and some of the belts to make sure that those are all in good working condition. The same thing is true for your furnace and those other things, is regular maintenance to make sure that they're working properly to prevent a problem versus of course it's in the middle of the night or right before you've got 15 people coming over for Christmas dinner that it stops working and it's 10 below. So I like to be proactive, and I always have DJ come out every September to our house, and he cleans and services our furnace and checks for any leaks, which makes me sleep better at night. He checks our water heater for any gas leaks, and he does the same thing for our gas fireplace. Checks for any leaks and cleaning the glass and adjusting any logs if you have them, and just making sure everything's working properly. So worth the money.
It is, just for a little peace of mind. Does it mean it won't break down? No, eventually it will, but if you've got a working relationship, someone you trust, we're regularly in your house, we've seen your equipment, we're familiar with it, it does make service and repair a little quicker too. So that's the backside benefits of this. You always have a working relationship, because when the temperature is above 90 or the weather's below 0, we're very grateful for each and every phone call we get, but we give regular customers first priority, referral customers the second priority. So if that's worth anything to someone, peace of mind, hey, I got a guy that will be here when I have an emergency, that's what we provide, is customer service.
And I only recommend people, professionals that I trust and that I would use myself. And I trust this guy enough that I will give him the combination to my garage door and let him help himself to my furnace and a cup of coffee if I'm not there.
Well, thank you.
And a donut, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. That's good.
Awesome. Well, for more information about your furnace and the water heater and DJ's services, which are many, check out his website, which is
www.airconditioningplus.com.
And we'll be posting that information and his phone number on our website as well. So go to the Molitor Team's Facebook page for that information. And thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.